So, last weekend I had a really good time doing the gig log, so this weekend I'm going to do the same. Different gigs this week. If you remember, the ones last week were both christenings and they were both daytime gigs. Tonight is a 50th, tomorrow night is a 40th. Male tonight, female tomorrow. Not me, that is. But it should be a really good weekend. The reason I'm more confident that it'll be a good weekend is because normally with like 40th and 50th birthday parties there is a lot less trouble and a lot less kids as well, so it tends to be a better crowd. And I'm not just saying this because I can, but I'm saying it because it's something I found over many a year. And you know, like now I can look back at last week's gig and be like, yeah, okay, that wasn't the greatest. You know, maybe there's other ways that I could have handled certain things. But then there's the other side of me which is going, shouldn't have had to be in that situation. You know, where you have got kids that are literally tormenting the flat outside, like literally pulling the drains off the wall and all that sort of thing. I'm just going to sit you down there for a second while I carry on getting ready. Tonight, because I had the gig last Sunday, what we did on Sunday night when we took the stuff back to the room was we literally just dumped it in the room and left, like literally as quick as we left on the Saturday. So I've got to set everything up, which should be quite good fun. Obviously do all the checks and everything, and then I'm ready to go. So I'm getting there slightly early tonight because normally when I do a gig I have someone who can like bring the stuff in and bring it over to me, what, like, you know, when I shout like, can I have this light, can I have that light, whatever, they're there to do it. But there isn't that person to do it today. It is purely down to me to do everything, so it's going to be an experience. Yeah, so I am now shutting down the laptop and going off to the room, so I'll see you in there. As if with the power of magic, here we are at the club, and I can actually talk to you in the club this time because the room is empty. So let me show you what we have here at the club. We have, on this side of the stage, there is me set up here. This is my arch nemesis. This is a sound limiter, but you'll notice this light here is flicking. That means it's only monitoring, it isn't active, and hasn't been for a couple of weeks, and that is amazing because you can just turn it up as loud as you want. The second part to the sound limiter, and where they actually monitor from, is that little black box up there, and it just looks like a normal disco light and like a DJ would take to a gig, but it's not. Basically the microphone that's in that box goes back to this sound limiter over here and feeds it and says this is how loud it is, and that will then make some lights flash on there. So on the very left you have a green light, you have two amber and a red one, and they're your volumes. So if you get into the amber, that would normally be the time where it's like, this is kind of your maximum. You go into a red one, you get 3 seconds to turn it down. If you don't, it will cut the power off. And there's power all across the bottom of this stage, like all these little sockets built in the floor. And it will just cut your power off because it's got to its limit. The other thing is, which I like, is they've got a crab laser at the bar. So I have that doing over there. I have my lights up here and down there, but this is just how it happens to be set up. Notice the sound from this speaker, sounds okay. Right, come and have a listen to this one on this side. You see, that's just tinny. Basically what's happened is this round part inside has blown. It's a piece of equipment called a Black Widow, and Black Widows are amazing. So yeah, that's my setup. So that was quite good actually, I enjoyed that. Still doing the gig, and it's still a pretty small audience. I think we've actually got like half a room in tonight. But a girl that I used to work with just turned up called Jo, and she just did a party dance with, well, 2 party dances with me on the stage. Mainly because I wanted to know what sort of audience they were, and like if loads of people got up on the dance floor I would have done more, but I just did 2 and people were looking pretty bored by the end of the second one, so it's like, screw it. So yeah, things are going pretty well. It's been like a nice audience, but I've got more technical problems now than before. I'm still in the speaker on the other side of the stage, the bass Black Widow's gone. But now, the latest problem is the speaker that's next to me, which is where the bass is coming from that you can hear. The tweeter in that, which does all your mid and high, is being very temperamental, and I hope it's just the wiring and that it's not going, because I've never actually replaced one of them before in my life. But basically it's annoying me because I have to alter the settings every time it goes off and comes back on. So it's just annoying at the moment. But yeah, I'm going to try and stick on a Megamix and just go out for a fag because I need to cool down a little bit, so speak to you in a bit. So I don't do this for every gig, but I'm trying something new tonight, which Brian S. Red put up, and it's an old video of his, but I thought, well, I'll give it a try. So I'm recording the dance floor as we speak. Well, not yet, I haven't clicked on the record button, but I will be doing. So that should be exciting. Basically, it's a game which I'm going to call something like Fruit Mix or something. And I've got my little list here. And basically, I'll show you how this works. This is the recording off the webcam.
Righty then, we're going to try something new with you guys. So what I need is all the women in the room, yeah, to stand up. That's right, all the women on your feet. Ladies, if you're on your feet, make your way down to the dance floor. And this bit should be really easy for you guys to manage. Go on straight onto the dance floor. Now ladies, what I need you to do now is to go back into the audience and grab yourself a male. Grab yourself a male and bring them back down to the dance floor. This is something that we like to do, it's called a fruit salad. Don't know why. Could be called anything I guess, but they have to put in that name. Now, when you bring your man down to the dance floor, what I need is for you guys to make a circle. And the way that we're going to do this circle is we want ladies on the inside, fellas on the outside of the circle, and face each other. What kind of circle is this? So face your man, stand in front of your man. Oh, Mum. Go on, in a circle. Sure you know what one looks like. Right, has everyone got a man? If you haven't got a man, then make sure you have. Kind of defeats the object of the evidence. So don't forget, ladies on the inside of the circle, fellas on the outside, and once you've got your man, stand in front of him. Now what we're going to do is, we normally get to this time of the evening and you only dance with your friends. Well, this is how we shake it up. So what we're going to do is we're going to play you a certain song, and we will call it, for simple reasons, our theme song. Now when you hear the theme song, ladies on the inside of the circle, you walk in an anti-clockwise direction. Fellas walk in a clockwise direction, going around in the circle. Now the music is going to stop. And when the music stops, whatever man you are dancing with, ladies, you have to turn to them, and whatever music comes on, you have to dance appropriately with that man. So it could be a slow song, it could be a fast one, it's just a risk you've got to take. So is everyone ready? Okay, so we'll give it a practice. This is our theme tune. So ladies, walk around in an anti-clockwise direction. Fellas, walk around in a clockwise direction. Okay, so ladies, the man nearest to you is the one that you are going to be dancing with. But that was purely for demonstration purposes only. This time we do it for real. So don't forget, when the music stops, whatever man is nearest to you, you've got to dance with appropriately for the choice of music. Everyone ready? Round in circles. So the man that you're nearest with, you, as a couple, are going to be dancing to. That's right, grab your partner. And don't forget, you can serenade your partner as well. Let go of your partners, back round in the circle. Man that you're nearest with, you are dancing to. circle. That was the wrong button. Whatever man you are dancing with, well, stood next to, so you're dancing with, you are dancing to. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Canada. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Canada. Background in your circle. Keep them circles going. Whatever man you are stood next to, you are dancing to. See them fine Irish moves. So that is how we do the freestyle. Give yourselves a big round of applause.
So today, I'm in the room. It is Saturday, now in the afternoon, but I've actually been here since about 12:15, 20 past 12ish, because I needed help with the bar. So I was available, so I said, yeah, I'll come down and help you. So we're all set up for today. Well, the room isn't quite yet. We've got like banners on the walls, a couple of photographs, and like none of the tables have done, the buffet isn't in and that sort of thing. But obviously I was here last night and I'm here again next weekend as well. So my stuff is just permanently set up, and it's just left here, which is really, really, really handy. Tonight is the 40th birthday party. Really looking forward to tonight because it should be like 40ths. Every single one in my past, the 40ths have always been a good giggle. Everyone's enjoyed themselves and I've enjoyed it as well, so we like 40ths. Yeah, so that's kind of all I can tell you really about tonight. There's no music playing yet, Obviously the lights aren't on, but yeah, fun. So I found out something and thought I would share it with you. But I've actually found two things. Now the room is set up. So we have all the balloons and everything on the tables looking dead nice. And we've also got the buffet in for tonight, which starts here, goes right along. Love the cake. And buffet. It's quite a big buffet. We're expecting, well, the catering for 50 tonight, but we actually reckon there's going to be about 40 to 50 people turning up, so it's not going to be a busy night. And I was talking to a fella who's been doing the catering here for quite some time now, and I said about this thing that is on the ceiling, this brown thing. I was like, I have no idea what it is, but I doubt you'll be able to see it. But through there, it's like a fake ceiling with different types of glass, and there's lights on the ceiling, like different coloured ones, and they shine down, and obviously the beams come off in different angles. So it's like, oh, okay, that's a really great idea. Where'd you turn them on? So we've turned on every single light switch in here tonight. Can't find where you turn this on, so we can only presume, because there's a couple of switches which do nothing, we can only presume that they have in fact disconnected these lights from whenever. But while looking around for more switches, I came across tonight's toy, which is this light. It is very retro, but you can see now, like, I've had the smoke machine on, and the beams off it just look really good. So we're using that tonight. So I can turn it off back here. But that's the light. I just think it's such a funky light. So it's only 10 to 7 now, and I've been here today since about 20 past 12, so I've been here quite a while, and I've still got the rest of the night to go. Midnight finish tonight, so yeah, it's going to be good. Should be a good night anyway. I don't know if I'm going to do the party dances again, because there wasn't that many in last night and they weren't really into it when we did them. But that said, you never know what sort of crowd it's going to be until they actually turn up, so it could well be a good crowd, you just never know. One thing we have done though is the old DJ who used to be here as the regular has left his speakers, and we have our little backstage area here, and obviously stairs down into it. And what we're finding last night is that quite a few kids are coming up these steps and going into the backstage area, but it's no longer used as a backstage area, basically meaning that we have a problem, because kids are going into areas where we don't want them, because it's not ideally 100% safe. You know, there's things in there that they could touch and hurt themselves on, so we always try and keep them out of there. So we've put the speakers across to stop the kids from getting in, and what I'm going to do is put a couple of chairs across the other steps to stop them getting onto the stage, because that is really, really annoying me. I don't know if I'll be able to show it you, but if I jump up and down a couple of times on the stage, you can see that the lights rock a little bit, and obviously there's equipment down here, and them lights are the halogen ones. They get really hot. Over there we've got the smoke machine, again a really hot bit of equipment, so if the kids are going to come up and touch them, then it's kind of a little bit bad, and obviously, you know, if you're the kid, it kind of ruins your party. So we at all costs need to keep the kids off the stage, so that's going to be fun. And I still haven't fixed the speaker from last night, but I can go into it in more detail now. This bit here, the silver bit that you can see, is the PV Black Widow. I think it's the 15-inch version. I'm actually not too sure. I think it's the 22-inch, which goes into the subwoofers, which I don't own. But yeah, so I've got to get that replaced. The tweeter, which is in the top bit, which if you ever look in a speaker, it's like that long bit which goes across up here. That bit still works, you can hear that. So let's take you to the one that is working, so you can hear that on the top.
She posts for FHM. She like my black LV.
So fun. Yeah, so it should be a good night. So if you're listening to this and thinking, has he gone to Spain, really? The answer is no, I've not. But we got asked for some salsa music to be put on, so that's what we're putting on. And we've got a few on the floor anyway, so better than a slap in the face, I guess. Going good up to now. We've done a few party dances, but they look to be a really good crowd in tonight, so all should be fun. It's 9:20 and still no one's overdoing the buffet, so yeah, I might have to go over and open it up myself, which would be fun. I've never done it before in my life. But yeah, that'll be good. And 12 o'clock finish tonight, but we are really short staffed tonight as well. We have one girl on the bar, we've got the sports bar, which is like behind this room, sort of like on the side sort of thing. We've got a member of our staff in there, that's it. There are no managers, there are no security, nothing in here tonight, so there's literally the three of us running two parties, so to speak. There was meant to be more staff in, but they couldn't make it in for whatever reason, so yeah, we're having fun. So I will try and speak to you again later on when something more is happening, I don't know. I've got my list already made up for doing what I'm going to call the mixer tonight. I ended up calling it fruit salad last night and I've no idea why. But it's just what came out of my mouth when I said it. I was like, okay, go with it. So yeah, tonight's list is the same as last night, with all the music listed out, so that's good. And yeah, I will speak to you later. Party's going really good. Got quite a few on the dance floor as well, which is always a good sign. We had someone turn up during the buffet to do the key rings, and then about 20 minutes later we had our regular keyring guy turn up, so yeah, a bit of confusion there. I'm kind of excited now anyway because Sean's going to come and join me in a little bit. She's finished work, so I presume there'll be a few drinks tonight, but yeah, it's going really well. I've got on the mic now anyway, so you can hear me in a voice. So, it's now Sunday night and I completely forgot to do any recording today, and it was only when like earlier on tonight and I was sat here watching the game that I did on Friday night, the fruit salad, that I was like, oh my god, I haven't recorded an ending for the video. So what happened since I last spoke to you? Well, it turns out in the end that Sean actually didn't come to meet me. So yeah, that wasn't a load of fun. But then she rang me not long after I'd finished, and what I normally do is when I'm there is because I only have to pack up my laptop and hard drive and that sort of thing. Like, I will just put them in a bag and be on my way. So I said goodnight to the bar staff, and I went over to the woman whose party it had been and wished her a happy birthday, because it was after midnight and her birthday wasn't until today, the Sunday. So it was actually her birthday. But she complimented, she said that she'd had a really good night, and you know, the other good thing is that what the club have started doing with the caterers is to put like a package together, which basically the price of this package, you can't really compete with it, because it's a complete package that covers the cost of the room, it covers the catering, the room to be decorated, so all the balloons and everything, the DJ, and just everything is included in this price. It's a really good price. So yeah, and she was saying that, you know, the DJs that they've had in the past, when they've asked the club to, you know, use their resident DJ, he's actually not been that good, and that it'd been a really nice change for me to do it, and you know, they'd really enjoyed themselves and everything. So I was just like, amazing, thank you so much. And then I started walking out, and there was a couple more people, and they were like, oh, can we have your number because you were really good, and everything like that. So I really enjoyed myself on Saturday night, but I knew I would, because it may sound really big-headed, but like what I said in the afternoon about me never having had a bad 40th birthday party, it is true. So I was made up with how things went on the Saturday. I was made up with how things went on the Friday as well. They were both really good parties. And yeah, everything was good. So yeah, I will speak to you later. I'm knackered now.